Let's go! Hey there, sheepdoggers, and welcome to another Coming Soon with Doc Ghast and me, Sheepdog. And we're here to look at games that are coming soon and bitch about the fact that they're going to be shit. Right, Doc?
Or whatever else we feel like bitching about at the time.
Yeah. So we're on the Steam Early Access. Look at that face rig thing. That's like £7 to look like a tiger.
I've actually seen people streaming with the face rig thing on.
Really?
To me, it just seems like so much work. Why not just not have a cam?
It kind of feels like I'm not interesting enough, so here's a tiger.
Yeah. I think the one I saw was like a fox or something. And then, of course, there are also the people who were like, hey, look, guys, this is my persona.
Should we just move on before...
I don't like face rig. Wait, where are you seeing face rig?
It's on the early access. It's like one of the top bits, like at the top, like the flip through. It's the top one for me, and it's like a tiger in a coat, in like an overcoat. Anyway, Crest. I remember Crest. I think I saw like a Kickstarter or something for it.
Are you not looking at the upcoming?
I'm looking at the. Am I not looking at the upcoming? I'm
I
looking
don't
at
know,
the
'cause
coming
Crest
soon.
is like it's like the 10th one down for me.
Are you not
upcoming.
looking at the early access?
No.
Okay. We'll look at this one then. Apparently, no. This is it's still early access. First Sony.
Sorry, I'm on early access now, and yeah.
Oh God,
Coming soon.
Okay.
There we go.
Did you want to talk about GTA 5? Is that why you were?
You knew I was pushing for it.
We can talk about GTA 5 first if you like.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
You know, it's a $75 game. Who doesn't want to pay $75 for a game?
I'm going to be playing it. Okay, so Crest. Let's have a look at what it says.
For a month with $75.
Current features. There is no saving. Oh yeah, it's this one.
Not a feature. That's a lack of feature.
Yeah, current features. It does say current features, and it's like a little note. Note: there is no saving function.
I thought it was like a bullet point.
It would be funny, like current features.
You don't get to save in
We
this
don't
one.
have this. We don't have this. We don't have this. Enjoy. So writing commandments with 8 symbols. I feel like they should explain. I'm sure they do explain that, but I feel like they should explain that before they do the current features.
Yeah, it's not saying like the game's about. Oh, okay. No, if you go down a bit further, it's got the pitch.
Yeah,
They've got the features
yeah,
for the pitch.
Yeah, that's not. And then they've got key features. They got features, planned features, and key features. They made Among Ripples, which is the fish game that I played once on YouTube when I was bored. I was just like, "What's this game? I'll play it. It's free." Followers can build and work on farms, providing food, which is called farming. Followers can build and work on mines, providing metals, which is mining.
Yeah.
Followers
Yeah.
can perform a fertility rite together in order to reproduce, which is called fucking.
Yes, fucking. These guys are. This is dude. Is this an educational game? Are you trying to teach me?
Followers grow older and will eventually die of old age, which is called.
Okay, this is a sad story now.
Followers live their lives according to their needs, which determines their happiness. This has like gone even further than The Sims, hasn't it? It's just like this is this is just life. It's like yeah, it's just a camera. It like picks up your camera and just reflects the picture of yourself back to you. It's an art game, Doc. You know we love art games.
Oh god, it's art. You just don't get it. It's too deep for you.
Life is strange, yeah. Weather. I love this one. Weather. Clouds will rain during wet periods, but less during dry periods. Vegetation will come
I
forth
wonder
from
if they're related.
vegetation will come forth from water in the land and revert to desert after long periods without rain.
I'm not sure if they're explaining the game or they're just explaining like life and nature.
How things. Rain can also create lakes and rivers. Procedurally generated islands is, aside
That's
from the
not-
writing commandments, is the only one that actually isn't describing what happens in life. It's like people can build and work on farms, providing food. It's like, yeah, that's
Yeah, that's what farms do.
I love this one as well. Followers will stockpile resources in the city and ransom it out when it's needed. It's like, that doesn't sound good at all. It's like your followers will ransom food. It's like, you want food, do you?
I see that, and I'm convinced that's like a translation error. It should be like ration it out when needed
Yeah.
or something. I don't know, because if your
Distribute.
followers are ransoming your food to you, they're not actually your followers.
But it's got an interesting pitch. Did God shape mankind, or did mankind shape God? Welcome to Crest, a God game where you are as a parent to your children. Your only way of communication with your subjects is commandments you write for them. How these commandments are interpreted and remembered are not set in stone. So basically, you write your commandments. I'm guessing it's not going to be like, have anal
Thou
sex
shalt
every
not
day or something like
work
that. You
the
know,
farms.
yeah, you're not allowed to work on the farms, or it probably is not like when it rains it gets wet. That kind of
Well,
thing.
no, it does. It says up here that when it's raining,
Well, yeah.
there's a wet period.
That's one of the commandments. When it rains, you shall get wet. But yeah, basically, I think you'll have like kind of set commandments that you'll be able to kind of mix together to create stuff like that.
Well, it does it by symbols. So I think maybe it's
Yeah.
it's probably like a kind of thing where like you tell it if this do this and this then that, and it's like they're not commandments. I think it's like
No.
kind of like really basic programming,
Yeah, yeah.
and the program that you're writing is stupid.
The human. So yeah, I mean, just looking at the city is unhappy. See the follower houses for details. It looks all right. There's-
Graphically, it looks very bland. Like
Yeah.
it's not. It doesn't have anything amazingly spectacular
I-
about it.
I-
That doesn't necessarily make the game.
No, I
But
don't
the fact that
like.
the pitch is confusing as fuck.
Yeah, and I don't like the people in it. Like the fact that the people are so big compared to the houses and the mines and shit. I feel
Yeah.
like this is gonna be a cool idea, which doesn't have the backing to make it into a good game.
It kind of actually just looks like like an iPhone game.
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't seem bad, but I don't think it's going to have any depth aside from this one. Like, it feels really what's it called when you have like one thing gimmicky. It feels really gimmicky. Like it's a really interesting idea to give people commandments and then see how they interpret them. Each and etc. etc. It just doesn't feel like it's going to work.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, it's one of those games I'm not interested in any way. It doesn't make me
No.
angry, which means it doesn't interest me. It's just like, yeah, it's just going to be another God sim.
Yeah.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck, guys. We're moving on to Crystal Rift, which is an early access adventure indie dungeon crawler.
Ooh, this looks really good.
Yeah,
Like, graphically,
I haven't
looks
got in
really
yet.
nice.
Ooh.
Kind of there's a bit of a what was that dungeon crawler game? The really good one. Shit, I played it for hours.
Did you see
Grimrock.
screenshot number 12?
Legend of
That
Grimrock.
confused me. Sorry. Okay, let's have a look at this game. So, full controller support, VR support. Oh, VR support. Okay. So it seems to be a Crystal Rift inspired by classic dungeon games such as Dungeon Master and Eye of the Beholder. I hate it when they say inspired by classic games because I just feel like, okay, so it's copying older games that were popular. Fair enough. Developed primarily for virtual reality headsets, but also great experience for those without headsets. Translation: if you don't get virtual reality headsets, you're going to be missing out.
Well, yeah, if it's been designed primarily, it's like this game was designed primarily for people with eyes, but if you're blind, you can still play it.
Yeah, that's what I take. That's kind of like a fucking marketing term. which I read and I'm just like, ugh. It's an experimental horror challenge game. That is not what I thought it was at all. Okay. That takes the player through a series of increasingly mysterious locations. Released with over 30 levels, with unique styles and settings to provide many hours of gameplay. Player slowly uncovers the narrative and... Wait, what?
I'm sorry, did you skip the... Over 30 levels?
Oh, sorry. Over 30 levels.
Yeah.
Very important.
At least 31.
At least 31. Well, if there are actually just 30, then they've lied, and they need to.
Exactly.
They need to
and
pay.
That's wrong.
Discovering dark secrets and following the path of those who have come before. Game dungeon editor, build entirely new adventures and challenges. Designed for virtual reality first. This leads to a rich, immersive 3D environment with details you can lean into and see. This also presents perfectly in 2D. Dungeon crawling, hidden rooms. Oh, yeah, it seems optional scare. Optional scare level, off, normal, or extreme.
I saw that.
I mean,
yeah. I mean,
if you're making
game,
if you're making a horror game, why would you give the option to not get scared?
it's like playing a puzzle game in story mode.
What? What?
I mean, it seems like they've got a really cool concept here. It's like the old Eye of the Beholder sort of thing, and it's very 3D. It's very pretty. It's nice. Focusing it on virtual reality like Oculus and things like that. I mean,
it would be.
The technology's not at the point now where we can make games for it.
No.
So don't.
No. I mean, like Elite Dangerous is a great example. I want to play that on Oculus Rift. Just purely because... Are you typing Elite Dangerous into the...
No.
Okay, no. You're engaging with chat. Fair enough. So I wanna play Elite Dangerous, but it wasn't designed with VR in mind. It was like, this could be cool with VR. And it's
the best
VR
things
enabled.
I've seen come out of the whole Oculus thing where they're actually designed for it was like that Receiver. I don't know if you've seen Receiver. It's a game. It's a gun shooting game with like minimal graphics. There's no real plot, no story. It's just got really good VR handling of how you reload your gun, you shoot and you aim and all that sort of thing.
Okay.
But it's not a game.
Yeah.
And it's like this feels like they've tried to create some kind of tech demo and then slap it into a game as well.
And
it could be really fun. You never know. But it's just like,
You see, the thing is like, if you're gonna be like, oh, here's a dungeon crawler game, I'd much prefer if it was, either virtual reality or whatever. I don't want it to be horror. And I know they've said it like optional, but if you make a horror game, it's a horror game. I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah.
Unless I really feel the...
Why would you play a horror game with the horror turned off? It feels like
it feels like you're just like kind of trying to cover all your bases, or I don't know. It's weird. So anyway, I'm going to...
It does actually look like a pretty cool game. It's one of those things where, like, if I had VR, I'd definitely play that game. But I don't, and I'm not going to get it for this.
No. Okay, so Crystal Rift, and do we need to do Killing Floor 2? I mean, I guess we should.
We probably should.
6-player, apparently. I didn't know that. So this is Killing Floor 2. It is the sequel to Killing Floor. More importantly, it's fucking fun. Rely on horror. Okay. In Killing Floor 2, players descend into continental Europe, so not England, then. That's cool. Nothing's wrong in England. Where the outbreak...
I think that's because England's dead already.
Probably, yeah. They've already burned through there. Where the outbreak caused by Horzine Biotech's failed experiment quickly spread, gained unstoppable momentum, essentially paralyzing the European Union. Yeah, I think they were paralyzed before
I think everyone pretty much knows what Killing Floor is.
Yeah, fair enough.
If they haven't played it, they've probably heard of it. It's just, it started out as a Counter-Strike mod and then blew up into its own really awesome, super fun, amazing game. But I don't trust game devs.
I never trust game devs.
I suspect they're going to fuck this game.
Well,
they're not even going to hug. There's going to be no cuddling. They're just going to fuck it.
like you can see on the recent updates, Total Biscuit, Cynical Brit, his thoughts on Killing Floor 2 with a look at the boss. So I mean, like they've already given it out to a lot of bigger YouTubers, which always pisses me off because I'm a small YouTuber and I don't get it.
Pretty well plastered all over Twitch a few days ago when it first started going out.
Yeah, so I think the amount they've put it out there, they're probably pretty. You know, I don't think they've changed much. Basically, is the most likely thing.
I mean, they had the game pretty well perfect with Killing Floor 1. Everything about that game was great. And I feel like all that they can do is either fuck the game or release it again with better graphics. Those are the options.
I mean, you know, the thing is like Left 4 Dead 2, everyone was saying the same thing, and it turned out that they actually did a good job. You know, I mean, there's to a certain extent, if you release, you know, if you go
Left 4 Dead 2 is Left 4 Dead 1. It's you can play them back to back and not feel like you're playing different games. I feel like it's going to be the same thing with Killing Floor 2. It's just going to be Killing Floor again.
I mean, like the thing is Left 4 Dead 1 going into Left 4 Dead 2, you're very right, but they didn't release them, you know, like within a year of each other, and they haven't already released Left 4 Dead 3 and Left 4 Dead 4. You know, so like it's almost like an upgrade, you know, almost like remastering it, adding in some shit. Because at the end of the day,
like Left 4 Dead 1 to Left 4 Dead 2 was a good sequel.
Yeah. So
but it didn't
possible
create anything amazing or new to the game.
No. And I think people need to go into Killing Floor 2 thinking to themselves, well, you know, I enjoyed Killing Floor. People are going to be moving over to Killing Floor 2. I haven't played, you know, maybe like I haven't played Killing Floor very much recently, or you know, I'm interested in the new game and that, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be anything groundbreaking. You know, it's going to be Killing Floor with better graphics and maybe a few extra things and etc. You know, it may be worthwhile, but at the end of the day, don't go in expecting something that isn't, you know, isn't exactly what you've played before.
It's not going to be a work of art game.
No.
It's just going to be Killing Floor again.
Yeah.
Which not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't think it deserves an amazing amount of hype.
No, it definitely doesn't. Well, it's got a lot of hype, but you know, what are you going to do? So, Commander Call. I mean, that's pretty much all you can. Yeah, Commander Call 2. It's pretty much all you can say about Killing Floor 2 is, you know, that, and then just be like, anyway, moving on.
So here we have an early access action indie platformer.
Oh, wait, it's this one, isn't it? It's the action indie platformer that's the adventure, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. The tags are early access, action, indie platformer. Commander Call 2 is a local 4-player co-op, retro-styled adventure.
Forcing me to play with people in the same room as me. I don't like those people. Well, make it online multiplayer, for fuck's sake.
It's fair enough doing it for fucking consoles, because that's what consoles have always been for. But on your PC, I mean, on Steam, I just feel this is stupid now.
Yeah, my computer is connected to literally millions of people around the world. Let me play games with them.
Yeah. And at least, I mean, is it just... It says single-player co-op. Is it multiplayer as well? It will be fun, they said. Play co-op with friends. And they were right. Wait, where is your proof they were right? Exactly. Oh, no. You need not travel through time alone to find the scoundrel who took off with the time-traveling technology. Play in local co-op with up to... So it's just local co-op.
Yeah,
I mean,
not
fuck
on
you.
PC. It doesn't...
Fuck you. Why? Why can't you have multiplayer? Just regular multiplayer. It's not that hard. Sorry. You go. I don't get this game at all. I honestly don't get
it just game. Looks like... honestly, this looks like a Flash game. This looks like something I'd play on Congregate when I've got nothing better to do.
Yeah. We'll look at the... Oh, we can't look at the thing without... No, we can't. Okay, let's make it smaller. Yeah, this does look like a Flash game.
Yeah, no. No, not interested. Thank you.
No. Yeah, no. Next game.
Next
Obey. Obey actually kind of looks vaguely interesting. Like
Wait,
we've
no, I've seen this one. You
yeah
gotta sneak up on the dude in the. This
yeah.
looks like it could be an interesting game to play when you're fucking with your mates
I
for a
think
couple of
this
hours.
yeah this could be an interesting game to get really like fucked on acid and then just play the crap out of it.
Yeah,
And the next
yeah.
day you're just like, what did I dream last night? Because yeah, it looks weird as all hell. But it doesn't mean never has a bunny with a 200-foot machine gun robot turret of flaming missile slinging death been so satisfying.
Okay.
But yeah, it's basically King of the Hill, and you have to get to the gun first, and when
Yeah,
you
and then other people have got to try and get it off you, and they can do
yeah,
things to get to it. Yeah, like I said,
I
it kind
don't
of feels like
understand.
those kind of like board games where
I
you
don't
can manipulate each other.
understand why it's a monkey.
Because monkeys hate bunnies. This is common knowledge, man. I don't know. Maybe they just couldn't think of anything better to do.
Yeah.
Obey is sort of like Counter-Strike jailbreak mod meets Spy Party. Yeah. I mean, it seems like the sort of thing that'd be fun to play with some friends.
Yeah, yeah, kind
Like,
of
if you're playing it online,
runners and all those
you're
games.
just punching yourself in the dick over and over again.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise you to play this. I mean, online, like maybe every now and then, just like, yeah, it looks like the kind of game you could jump in for, half an hour and not give a shit and just be like, jump in and play. But I'd say, like, for the most part, play with friends. It looks like a
And
fun.
again, Jesus, this game won the 2014 Indie Game of the Year.
It's not
It's not out yet.
released. Don't, yeah.
It's not fucking out yet. How does it win awards when nobody fucking played it? God damn it.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Next game, Dollhouse. It's an art game. Do we have to look at that?
Is it an art game?
Looks artsy.
Early
Oh, no,
access horror indie action adventure.
It's got to be an art game. You know it's going to be an art game.
I don't know.
Oh,
what
look,
it
this
is.
one's won fucking awards back in 2013.
I mean, if it's an art game, it's a black and white art game.
Yeah, it's not though. It looks like it's just really, really drab. Like there's actually color there. It's just
Okay,
kind of
can I
squint.
can I just say, Dollhouse is a unique horror adventure that is heavily inspired by Stephen King novels, most notably The Shining. If it's inspired by something, even
really
slightly, it's not really that unique. Because you're going, I liked that, I'm going to do something similar. That's not unique. Anyway, in this non-linear narrative, players craft their own stories. Well, there's crafting in it, so survival horror crafting.
By collecting randomly
collecting-
generated recordings to ensure no two stories will be the same. I feel like that just there kind of
That
reminded me
sounds
of
like-
the house on the hill thing.
Yeah.
Manor House, the fucking game where I always lose.
Yeah, yeah. Players can
Which I think that'd
craft
be-
their own stories by choosing what recordings they choose to hear or ignore. Wait, so if they hear there's a werewolf in this house, and they're like, no, I don't want to hear that one. It's like there's no werewolf in this
And
house.
then the werewolf went away.
And the werewolf buggered off. It's like, yay! So it's like, is this like the other game that was horror, where it's like you can turn off the horror? You can just basically be like, and then they all got murdered horribly. No, they didn't. No, they
Nope,
didn't
not
get
this
murdered
one. No,
horribly.
thank you.
Not in this game. Our whole game is randomly generated to allows for replay value. The extent of our map gen randomizes every component of the game from as little as a cup on a table or whole room layouts. I feel like I just got punched by that sentence. Maybe it's because I'm tired. This extends to each level of the game in single player and multiplayer experiences. In search of the recordings, there is an invisible entity that is this damned?
I think
Sorry.
it is. I was just like reading ahead a little bit, and I think it's damned. I think
There
it's
there is an invisible entity that stalks the player around the map. The unique twist is that you can see through the eyes of it. By doing this, you know its position, but it also knows yours. Experience the horrifying single player in multiplayer. What? This is punching me in the face. What the fuck? How can you experience the horror?
Like, hey guys, how many words do we know about video games? Let's put them all into a paragraph.
Oh, what the fuck? What are they talking about? I don't know. I want to move on like right now, but experience the horrifying single player in multiplayer as well as with newly added stories and modes to make this a frighteningly unique experience. I'm frightened already. Fuck. Story. You said there was no story. You just said there was no story. Why are you saying there's a story now? Okay. The story centers inside the minds of a suspended therapist, a lonely housewife, and a disturbed child. Sure. However, all their lives are interconnected, and it's up to you to decide how everything plays out in this non-linear I don't like this game. I hate this game. This game's stupid already. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Anyway, this is a non-linear story that is determined by how you create your character by choosing which detail. What? Do I have to read that again? I have to read that again. This is a non-linear story that is determined by how you create your character by choosing which details to leave in or out of their lives. Did that make sense to you?
I don't want to talk about this game anymore.
Did that make sense to you?
I mean, yes and no, but it just feels like I don't know. It's a
Gameplay. The whole game is designed to look like a 1940s movie.
You cannot win or lose in this game. Oh, that's exactly what you want to.
You are just trying to
Winning
craft a
moves
story
to play.
you want yourself to believe in. What? There are 8 levels, each procedurally generated to ensure infinite What?
You are being chased by your own conscience. However, the twist is that you can see through its eyes to create an interesting dynamic of cat and mouse. That's not how a conscience works.
What? This game, this description is so confusing. There are many unique abilities players can collect. You don't collect, Sylar, yes, in Heroes collected abilities, but still. And
Okay, so the next game is Subterranean.
Okay, yeah, no, fuck it, I'm in. Winner of Best Concepts, Level Up 2013. No, fuck you, that was years ago. Now it's stupid. That's a Okay, I don't do
Why do they give awards for a good idea? Like, it's a concept. Oh, this is the best concept I've ever heard.
Well, I could walk into the Nobel Peace Prize and be like, hey guys, I've got an idea. Let's stop fighting. And I'd be like, fucking hell, he's a genius. And then give me money.
Give him like awards from 5 years ago.
Okay, Subterrane. What, Subterrane? Okay. No, fine. An underground base apocalypse.
Looks like Alien Breed.
Yeah. It's early access, action, indie, RPG, survival. Just fucking shove the survival tag.
Wait.
Every early access. What?
Crafting. It's got crafting.
Okay, wait. Let's get to it.
Find the zombies. They've got to be zombies.
In Subterrane, you fill the shoes of Dr. West. Dr. Adam West. The apparent lone survivor of the underground city of Mars. Probably not zombies. Do what you must to fight, survive, escape, or otherwise amongst limited resources. Or otherwise, again amongst limited resources and relentless enemies. Your worst enemy will be your own carelessness. Wow, man, my own carelessness.
Don't play this game.
My own carelessness really is relentless. So this could be a terrible game for me. The game focuses on the following gameplay mechanics: survival, combat, craft. Okay.
It's you against an army of infected Martian colonists. Better take a piss. If this game actually has like a toilet meter and combat, that's a zombie. On the combat picture.
What combat picture?
He's okay. You know how it's showing.
Yeah, that's a zombie.
Gameplay.
Yeah,
That's a fucking zombie.
that's a zombie.
Add the tag. Oh no, there it is. It's just not a popular-ish. It's not popular enough yet. I just
That's a very good point Mr. Spy made. If there are 8 levels and you can't win, how do you go to the next level? On the last game, sorry. I saw that, I read that, and I was like, that's a genius point, really, isn't it? They didn't think about that.
I think he actually beat the game then.
Yeah, he actually beat the game without buying or playing it. Well done, dude. It took longer than it should have. Finally colonized Mars rather than live on the surface, deep underground, city and all buried deep, safe from the inhospitable climate of the surface. Migrated to Mars recently. Invitation. Been working. Okay, sorry. Sorry. For a second there, it was like Dr. West migrated to Mars recently at the personal invitation of Jeff Murray. Full stop. Dr. West. And I read it as at the personal invitation of Jeff Murray, Dr. West. Like, you know, I was like, they're just using the same name. That's so lazy. Anyway. Oh, they're trying really hard not to mention zombies, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're definitely zombies.
Yeah, this is like, we've made a game that, you know, because zombies are so popular, and it took them a little longer than they thought, and now zombies aren't as popular, and everyone's going, Jesus Christ, enough with the fucking shitty zombie games. And they're like, we've got a game. What is it? There's infected things.
Mars.
It's on
Survival.
Mars. Survival, crafting, combat.
You gotta fight
explore.
Martians.
Martians. It's like Martian what?
I mean, it seems like a pretty cool
this is
concept for a game,
this is
but
Doom
again, it's
pretty
zombies.
much.
Why couldn't they just make them aliens?
Yeah, this is Doom pretty much. Should we move on? I mean, there's not much to talk about for this one either. I mean, I'm not really going to tell you whether to get the game or not, but at the end,
it hasn't won any awards yet either, so I mean, it can't be.
A game that doesn't win an award before coming out is not worth buying, or something. Heroes of Issachar.
We've looked at this one before.
Yes, but we haven't actually looked at it for coming soon.
Oh, we haven't? Oh, okay.
Oh, no, sorry. We have looked at it for coming soon, but it was the first one we did when we weren't recording.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we can look at it again if you want.
City Builder, FPS Hybrid, Early Access, Action, Simulation, Strategy. Did we think this was kind of interesting, or were we really worried about this? I can't remember.
If I remember correctly, I thought it was like an interesting concept, but it just looks like it's trying really hard, and it's like someone's first game, and they're probably gonna. It's like you never want to throw everything at your first game. You don't want to try and make your first game your best game. Release a bunch of shitty games, not on Steam, for the love of God. Early access is not for that. Just make a bunch of shitty games until you get it right, until you get a team that wants to work with you. Then make the game that you've always wanted, because that's what this feels like. It's like, I've always wanted a game where you can build a city, and then you can play the hero and defend the city, and you can do all this and do all that. And it's going to be a mess.
It's like lots of really good ideas that he just doesn't have the team or the backing, that they don't have the team or the backing or anything for.
Yeah.
But I think this is one of those games which if I played, I'd say at least it wasn't made by Imminent Uprising.
Yeah, no, well, definitely, it actually looks good, so...
Yeah.
Imminent Uprising.
I mean, come on, the reason Imminent Uprising's games don't look any good is because they don't have anyone who knows what games are.
Are you talking about Digital Homicide?
Digital Homicide, yeah, sorry. They used to be Imminent Uprising.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, a free-to-play MMORPG.
Are they making that? They made everything else so far.
That's the next one. I'm excited. Free-to-play MMOs are my favorite thing.
Warside. Oh god. It doesn't look like it's fantasy, does it?
No, it's a
Are we looking at this now?
sci-fi shooter.
That other one. I'm getting Forsaken feelings from this. Yeah, I got a little bit of Forsaken feelings.
Yeah.
It's just how is a side scroller an MMO?
They can work. Like look at like Maple Story. It's a side scroller, and it worked as an MMO.
Yeah.
But it's extremely free to play. Like it is so free to play.
Mm. I'm just waiting for the. There doesn't seem to be like a
Buy gems here.
buy early access, buy founders packs. Maybe that will come with the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that's
Okay,
usually how
I'm
they do it.
sorry. I'm sorry. These guys are complete and utter liars. We plan to release the game with full functionality and without any critical bugs. Fuck you. It's an MMO, it's early access, and it's 2015. That is impossible.
Well, we plan. They plan to do it. But yeah, you can't release an early access game and expect it to not be full of bugs.
Yeah. Especially not an
No,
MMO.
you can't play an early access game and expect to not find bugs. That really annoys me when
Yeah.
someone's playing an early access game like, oh, there's bugs, shit, don't buy it. It's like, it's a fucking early access game. You are literally
But
paying money to beta test for them. Shut up. Do your
don't
job.
don't say we plan to release the game. You know, because then people will be like, "Oh, finally, an early access game without bugs." It's like, well,
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure everyone plans to release games without bugs.
yeah, but it's just gonna. Sorry, I need a cigarette for this. It's just gonna make people think that they're going to be playing a game without bugs, and then they'll actually complain even more and feel like they're, you know, yeah. Anyway, let's see what it says, shall we?
It looks good.
Warside is a visceral, yeah, but it's got war in its name. It's like fucking zombie films with dead. Anything with war, it's like War Frame, War Thunder, War Testicles. You know, you're just like, really another war thing.
Dead frame, dead thunder, dead testicles.
Yeah. So, Warside is a visceral multiplayer sci-fi shooter featuring classic 2D gameplay combined with RPG elements. Play as part of a small squad of elite troops fighting for resources and power.
Okay, this isn't an MMO.
How is this an MMO?
It's not.
Cre-
It's a fucking arena fighter game, and then they're like, "Oh, this is totally an MMO, guys. Just like 3v3 basketball. That's totally an MMO." It's not.
Calm down, dude. Create your own elite
Let's even talk
soldier
that game.
and take him into online battles in this visceral multiplayer sci-fi. You just literally just said up there visceral multiplayer sci-fi. Okay, no, this game, like, it doesn't take much. I'm so timid about buying early access games, and I buy quite a few early access games anyway because I'm a fucking moron. But still, you know, yeah. I mean, but still, I'm very timid. I'm very hesitant about buying these games. Something like this can very easily put me off. If you keep saying the same thing in this visceral multiplayer sci-fi shooter, Warside is a visceral multiplayer. I mean, does it say it again? I bet you it says it again somewhere. Come on. Come on. I can't see it. It's got to be here somewhere. Go head to head. Oh, it doesn't say it again. Well, still, it's one of those things where it's just like,
Yeah, it's not interested.
no.
Thank you. No.
Thank you. Try again.
Call to arms.
Oh, this game. This game doesn't even have any actual.
Oh yeah, this is the one where it's just models.
Yeah,
That's
it
all
annoys
shows
me.
you.
It's because it's just like here's the models of tanks, and it's like, okay,
Are these in the game?
are these game tanks or are these
No, it's text based.
early access strategy? May have to cut that bit out. Early access strategy action simulation RTS. I mean, this is the thing.
They don't say much about this
No.
game.
No.
But what they say, it does sound interesting. Like, you can fully customize your units and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's going to be using Steamworks, so you can, it's obviously going to be online.
But there's no way to judge this game in our
No,
kind of
they
overly
haven't given me a reason to be interested in this game.
or a reason to bash it, which is the other part of the fun.
Yeah, this game is nothing. I nothing this game.
I nothing this game. Okay, so back to the the thing you want to do? Shall we?
The what thing?
GTA 5. Coming soon on the main page.
Are we leaving early access now?
Oh, that's the last one on the first. That's what we did last time. I figured we'd stick to that.
Let's see.
We planned this very, very, very hard out.
We know exactly.
I mean, this is GTA 5. I don't think there's much reason to, unless you want to say something about GTA 5.
I just fucking hate that they make all these AAA titles that everyone wants to play. They make them like so stupidly expensive. I mean, 75 at $74.99. That's a lot of money.
Grand Theft Auto 5 already in your Steam library, so I am one of those people who pre-purchased.
I mean, it just...
I know.
I mean, there's not much to say about GTA 5. Like, it's an established game.
It's obviously very popular. You know, there's a...
I think the only thing I can say that's really bad about that is the price. They're pricing games way too high nowadays, and it's just slowly...
I mean, it's £40. It was £40, you know, for me, which I don't consider like to be a massive price. Like 50 is pushing it, 60 is ridiculous, but 40.
Yeah, I suppose that could be part of the fact that I'm in Australia, so they make things more expensive because they actually have.
Well, and especially stuff like Grand Theft Auto.
I'm honestly surprised it's even coming out in Australia.
Yeah, no. I guess they really couldn't stop it. Some things just tend to, Shall we move on? I mean, I'm going to get it, I'm going to stream it, and I'm going to put some videos up on YouTube, most likely. Unless the port is bad, I don't see there being a problem with GTA 5, because from what I've seen of it, it's an enjoyable game. There you go.
Yeah,
that's it, basically.
When have you ever heard of a port being bad?
True, but still, that's what I'm saying. Like the danger there is, we're not doing DLC, right? So like,
let's just not worry about that.
Titan Souls next up.
Titan Souls. Oh look, it's a pixel game.
Indie adventure action pixel graphics.
Pixel. Yeah.
All right, let's have a look. Prototype Redux demo. Prototype Titan Souls 2015. It does. I'm actually, to be honest, and being a sucker for things like this, like looking at the first screenshot, for example, it actually kind of intrigues me because it doesn't look bad in any way. No,
it doesn't. It's just, I mean, there are so many art styles and everything now. They're like, let's do pixel graphics because that's what people like. Well, no, it's not that's what people like. That's what they keep making all the good games. They've all got pixel graphics.
I mean, if you look at number 3, screenshot number 3, the Yeti thing.
Yeah.
It looks quite nice. I like it.
It does.
Yeah.
It does look good. It's just, I mean.
Well, I mean, I think one of the reasons...
It comes off as lazy a lot of the time when you see them doing pixel and sprite art and things like that. Like, you can make it look really, really good. There's, like, if you look at some of the actual sprite art and it's like, holy shit, this is amazing. And then everyone's like, oh, sprite art, pixel art looks good. Let's do our games like that. And then everyone starts doing it. And I feel like we're taking steps back here.
Yeah. It won some awards as well, but the awards are really small. So I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, like Polygon and Joystick. No one's heard of those.
The Escapist.
Yeah, no.
Okay, let's have a look. But to be honest, like on a like having like E3 Editor's Choice Best of Show, I wouldn't consider those awards.
I could understand though, because it's clearly an award from E3 where they're showing off games that aren't out yet and things like that. That's okay. But when they say like this is the best game of 2014 or 2013 and the game hasn't been released yet and no one's actually played the game,
even like,
so how can you say it's the best game?
I don't know. It annoys me. Yeah, I'm with you. Titan Souls started as a game jam project. I mean, it's just calling it Titan Souls makes me think it's pixel Dark Souls. Anyway, started game jam project for Ludum Dare 28 under the prompt you only get one, leading the single shot, single hit point the game has become known for during development. That original. I feel like I'm too tired to read this. I feel like I'm reading it wrong, and it's not actually their fault. It's mine. That original prototype is the basis for the new Titan Souls demo, remade with the fine visual style, soundtrack, sound design, and gameplay updates found in the full game. What? Oh, that's the prototype. Sorry, that's the prototype. There we go. Here it is. I was reading the wrong bloody thing. Between our world and the world beyond lie the Titan Souls, the spiritual source and sum of all living things. Now scattered among the... I mean, is this... Does this sound like Colossal Shadow of the Colossus?
I think that's what it's supposed to be, like a kind of Shadow of the Colossus 2D. Like, even if you look at the screenshots,
Yeah.
it's all this one little person. There's like some terrain sort of shots, and then there's fighting bosses.
Yeah, okay. Now scattered amongst...
That's a concept I can get behind.
Yeah, I guess I can, but what I really liked about Titan Souls was... I'm sorry, not Titan Souls, about Shadow of Colossus, was the kind of atmosphere, and I'm not sure you can do that quite as well. You know, kind of like the epicosity of it all. And this seems like someone going, you know what's really popular? Shadow of the Colossus. But we can't be asked to do all that, so let's just make it pixeled. Explore the ancient ruins of your forefathers, uncover extraordinary and unique titans, each with their own savage attacks and hidden weaknesses. Find and exploit their faults to slay it. Yeah, it really does feel like gamer porn. You know, like everyone loves Shadow of the Colossus, and it feels like either this is a fan-made game where people are like, we love Shadow of the Colossus, let's make that. Or or it feels like, people like, we can make money off the...
Sometimes remaking a game in 2D pixel form is actually really cool.
Yeah. No.
I played the Portal Flash game. It was a Flash fan-based game, Flash-based fan-made game on Portal, and it was actually really, really fun.
Yeah, no,
So,
I mean...
it could be fun.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, it's one of those things where I read it, and if I almost immediately say to myself, this sounds like this game, it raises up a flag where I'm just like, I'm not sure. And I'm really not sure. Like, some of this looks quite interesting, and it seems like they may have translated it fairly well. And it sounds like you got one shot, and if you get hit, you die. And I think I don't know if you hit and you kill, but
I think
yeah. No, I'm looking at the video,
hit point and you've got one arrow.
Yeah, I'm looking at the video, and it actually seems fairly interesting. But I mean, it's £10, and I'm not sure about that, because that's quite a lot of money for what could very possibly be not very long a game. I feel like we should move on from this one, because I feel like I'm going to say Sheepbreed Arcane Secrets, it's basically Dark Souls. Is that one of the ones coming up?
The next one we got up on the list is Mortal Kombat 10. I think we all know what Mortal Kombat is by now.
Yeah, I mean, let's look at it, because I assume there's going to be big tits and short, skimpy clothing.
Actually, no, that's...
Oh, God.
I mean, there's some thighs, but
No,
that's about it.
yeah.
Actually not bad. For a fighting game, which tend to really over-sexualize the female fighters. They're just like, hey, look, I'm a fighter, so that means that I have to have, like, no clothes on. And massive tits. It's like, well, yeah, I'm sure that gives you a tactical advantage.
I actually see no boobs, except for man boobs.
Yeah.
No?
See, I think they even knew when they released it on Steam here that the whole thing is like one tiny little paragraph. Because everyone knows what Mortal Kombat
Oh, holy crap, yeah, there's very little. I mean, it's out in 2 days and 18 hours, and it's like, pre-purchase now and you'll receive legendary fighter Goro as a bonus playable character.
Ooh.
Who's next? Experience the next generation of the #1 fighting. Oh, so it's like a revamp, I guess. Mortal Kombat X combines unparalleled cinematic presentation with all new gameplay. For the first time, players can choose from multiple variations of each character, impacting both strategy and fighting. So, I mean, it's a fighting game, it's a Mortal Kombat game. There really isn't anything to say.
Well, I do have to actually say, though, having a playable character only available to pre-purchase, that's a dick move. Don't do that.
Kind of a dick move, yeah, don't do that.
Yep.
Downloadable content for this game, Combat Pack for 24 quid. Pre-purchased Mortal Kombat for £34. Pre-purchased Mortal Kombat X Premium Edition, which includes the Combat Pack, for £53. That's all. Yeah, it's down 10% from 60.
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
Day one DLC needs to stop as well.
Well, day one
But it never will, 'cause people
content.
fucking buy it.
Day one content DLC is always bad. I don't care. Like, that's always a black mark for me. It's just like, nope.
It can be the absolute best DLC ever. Like,
If
for that New Vegas, when they released their like Old World Blues and all that, those are some of the best DLCs.
yeah,
If they released that on day one and I played it and I loved it as much as I do actually love those DLCs, I'd still hate them for releasing it as day one.
yeah. Like if it's just like some extra skins or some shit, just like nothing game content. There's no like there's no like game content or anything in it. I'm fairly okay with that because it's literally you don't have to buy that at all. There's no.
But if you want to play as Goro, you need to pre-order that game.
Yeah,
And
basically.
no, that's just fucking no.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Reject Demon Tokyo Chapter 0 Prelude. I mean, it's anime.
Indie
right?
casual visual novel anime.
Yeah.
This is one of those things that shouldn't make it to Steam.
And yet it constantly does.
I mean,
And like, see, this is
like
the thing
visual
is-
novels. I've got nothing against visual novels. It's like a little interactive storybook. They're fun. Waste an hour or two.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's not really a game. It's not really what Steam's for.
I mean, you can't really dictate what makes. Well, I mean, you look at the stuff that makes it onto Steam. So like there's
there's
worse
stories.
stuff that
It's
makes
a
it onto
visual
Steam.
novel. It's a story. I mean,
This looks kind of like goofy, and well, this is where I thought Mortal Kombat was going. There's just a whole load of
Yeah.
big tits.
well, it's a visual novel. It's anime. It's Japan. You can. I don't know. I don't know what.
I mean,
it is.
let's try and not insult an entire nation. We're doing a
No,
bad.
They're just much more open about
Toko.
girls with boobs.
Yeah, they're a lot more unrealistic about girls have boobs as well.
Yeah, it's Japanese.
Oh, Ginks Ho. Hello. Yep, you have boobs. And a stuffed cat with mustache and monocle. That actually vaguely tickles me. Yep, you have boobs too. Pelatrix. Well, that's, yeah, okay. I have this horrible feeling like it's not just going to be Japan. It's going to be like, after Hoonie Pop or Honey Pop, or however the fuck you say that thing.
I think it's supposed to be Honey Pop.
I think that the Western developers are going to jump on that shit and try and make similar stuff.
But
that's just going to happen.
They're not going to get away with it though.
Yeah, that's the thing about being Japanese and doing games
But
like this.
if you look at this, the second screenshot, where it's got the 4 characters standing there. That was it Toko? Look at what she's wearing. I don't even know if you'd consider that wearing it. It actually looks painted on. You wouldn't get away with that as a Western developer.
No. It's like, hey, what I guess it would be like lolly, big tits, and then some dude with a horn in his head.
Yeah, just one.
Yeah, where's the other one? That's the real question.
And what is the other? I don't know. I've got no idea what it is or what it's about.
When a human is destined to die, the demons ferry their souls to the afterlife. The Reject Demon Toko is the story of Toko herself, a demon who has been kicked out of hell. Toko cannot ferry human souls to the underworld, and every day she stays on Earth has. Oh, every day she stays on Earth has her becoming increasingly human. Her troubles, however, are only just beginning. Toko, after being taken in by the jubilant human Nadia, I think that's the one with the sweater thing, is being hunted by her past alongside her own internal challenges. Sounds like that other game, the horror 1940s black and white game. Relentless internal challenges. The Reject Demon Toko is about comedy, action, romance, and hell's sacred art of rock and roll. You lost me, dude. You lost me. I mean, I wasn't with you anyway. And then,
Yeah, it's drifting away from what I thought it was going. I don't know. At least it hasn't won any awards yet.
Originally conceived during a game jam in early 2014, the Reject Demon Toko has since exploded, killing everyone. Oh, that's a shame. It's not coming out, guys. Sorry.
It blew up. It tried to.
It blew up. It was so It was so like amazing that it just blew up and killed everyone. You'll never see it, I'm afraid. And there's so much more of this universe to show you. Now we are planning to release the full story of Toko kinetic visual novel over the course of 4 chapters. So starting with chapter 0, so 5 chapters. No, so 0 to 3.
Well, 0 is the prelude, so maybe it's 5.
Fuck it.
I don't know.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're going like, episodics are in right now, and fuck all of you. Basically, fuck everyone.
Pay me.
I don't care. Kin, an action-packed strategy RPG.
Kine?
Kine. Well, I'll just read this because it's the same as up there. Action, adventure, indie, RPG. I mean, have your cake and eat it too, I guess. Introducing Tangrin Entertainment, an indie team of just 2 developers. And then my brain imploded. Sorry.
It actually looks pretty good for 2 devs.
No, it looks
for
quite
a small
decent.
team.
Based in the Netherlands, over the last 2 years, they have created Kin, an action-packed role-playing strategy game that delivers over 20 hours of gameplay across a unique Viking-inspired... We've talked about this unique thing before, alright? Let's just stop it. Just game developers. Actually, people who publish games. Stop it. I know it's not the game developers. Publishers, stop it.
Yes, publishers need to stop that thing.
Mythological...
Game jams have a bunch of things they need to stop too.
Yeah,
I think
totally.
you're getting away with it, devs.
No, I'm just saying. And in this particular instance, publishers, stop it. Mythological world with plenty of landscapes to explore, puzzles to solve, and enemies to defeat. Outsmart the enemy in combat with up to 6 warriors. It's not over, at least. Using...
It might only be 2.
Using the... Where was I? Sorry, I got distracted by chat. There seems to be spamming going on. Fuck it. Outsmart the enemy... Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh. Yeah, I remember this. Outsmart the enemy in combat with up to 6 warriors using the unique time manipulation feature.
No! Sorry. Keep going. I just had a small stroke.
No. We can take a little moment. Just gonna have a little bit to drink.
It's not unique.
I feel like I'm gonna do a fucking spit take. Not unique. Time manipulation features go back as far as I remember, Time Cops, and even further back than that. So...
Yeah. It's a kind of fun game. Also, a little disappointing looking at it. It just says single player. It looks like the sort of game that you want to be able to play with a friend.
Yeah, it's got kind of like, it looks good, but it doesn't look like the kind of game you'd sit down and be serious with by yourself.
No.
Also, look at the first screenshot. It's not like a horrible like curse, but look in the bottom right of the first screenshot.
Yeah, console. I mean, maybe it's well, actually no, because it doesn't actually say controller support.
Yeah, I mean this is the thing, is it's when I play a game and they haven't even changed the controls on the game. You know, how hard is it to take out the console bits and put the letter in instead?
Like maybe if it had full controller support, I could
Sure.
understand them having it in
Yeah.
the screenshot. But it doesn't actually say that. It doesn't have it. Maybe it does, and it just doesn't say it. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it
just,
says all the supported languages. Why wouldn't it say
Yeah.
talk about the
I-
controller support? Because they always do. I don't know. This, it's just like unique, weird. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. It looks like a pretty cool game.
And then we got the Charnel House because Crest has already been done. Oh God, I don't know. Playing a game would be perfect about now if only I could concentrate. Witness the Charnel House trilogy. What is it? Adventure or indie point and click? Three thrilling, horrifying adventure games from the depths of Sepulchre, starring Madeline Brew, Peter Willington, Jonathan Greer, Jim Sterling, and Ben Chandler as Grub. I mean, I know Jim Sterling. I don't know any of those other names. But maybe that's just me being...
I liked these sorts of point and click sort of adventure-y
Yeah.
games.
Well, I mean, I think this one's very simple. If you like games like that, then maybe check it out. So,
I do like the art style that they've gone with, because it's very similar to the old school sort of point and click adventure
yeah,
games.
yeah. They were never really my thing, so I'm always watching you, little porcelain girl.
Yeah.
Always. Excess is the path to ruin, Mr. Lang. We wouldn't want you to go before your time, would we? I'm not sure about the dialogue. The door to the next carriage appears to be locked. Is that normal? Nothing's wrong, is it? No, that's fine. Oh look, drama, as my favourite reviewer, gives a game a low score.
A little breaking of the fourth wall there, is there?
Not sure about that.
Bitch also needs to clean up her
Well,
taskbar. That's fucking ugly. Like,
I
come on,
mean,
lady.
I don't know who all the other people are, but the fact that Jim Sterling's in it, I would assume that they're all reviewers. You know, they do reviews or something similar, maybe. So that could be that, maybe that's just like, the kind of thing that's in it, possibly, or something. And also, on the more like this, the first one is Life is Strange.
Yeah. Yeah, but then again, it also has, at the other end of that thing, it's Pillars of Eternity.
Yeah.
Just like completely the opposite of what this game is. I don't know. I like point and click adventure games. They're fun if they can get you interested. But, yeah.
So we're gonna do, if you're cool with it, we're gonna do two more because there's a couple that I've looked at personally, and one I was like no, and the other one I was like eh. So
Okay.
Elementary, My Dear Majesty. You know this,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, I know this one.
Step
I
into
remember you.
Hello. Step into a stunning make-believe world in the first 3D hidden object adventure. The king's daughter has turned into a man-eating monster, and either you find the cure or it's off with your head. Put your keen powers of observation to work as you search 14 eye-popping locations for clues.
It's more than 13.
It's more than 13. Perform tasks for a variety of comical characters and solve over 100 cunning puzzles. If you enjoy original and exciting games, after you play this, you'll shoot yourself in the head.
So this
sorry.
game is original in that it's original and unique in that it's a Facebook game that you can play while not on Facebook.
It's also original and unique because it's the first game that may very well kill people. Just, like the instant they start playing it. I'm going to say this right now, okay? This game may kill you. Be careful.
I want it to stop. I want good games to come
I
back.
mean, like, why is Hitler winking at me? I mean, look at it. Look at it. I'm looking at the.
It is.
Hitler turned up and winked at me. Like, this is clearly shit. How can you possibly think this is going to do well on Steam? Like the characters aren't even. Oh, the spooky skeleton. Hello, spooky skeleton.
It's clearly a horror game.
There's a job for a hero. Defeat a dragon. I mean, and this is even like so sadly trying to do something, and it's just not. Oh, throw a sheep? Question mark, exclamation mark. We're wacky. We shoot penguins with cannons. It's like, what the fuck? Oh, it's a shark. Shoot cannons at a castle.
How can all of this be in one single game? Fucks me.
Did the person who was the person who made this like 80 and had been in a coma for 60 years and just never actually known what a computer or computer game was? That's a Peggle is vaguely entertaining, at least. This looks like, I don't know, the most ridiculous thing in the world. And yeah, the other one is Westerado.
Holy shit.
Double-barreled. I left that other game.
These people, it's the same. Okay, the developer is Aloha. Was it Aloha Dreamdale?
Okay, one second.
The publisher is Aloha Entertainment, right? Aloha Entertainment published Heroes of Hellas 3, Athens. Remember that game?
Oh god, that bloody thing.
Yes. Yes.
And Hidden Objects
And
Bundle 5 in 1. Don't forget that.
Shit.
Holy shit. Do you want to know?
People should. They would actually make more money on Facebook.
I just clicked on Heroes of Hellas 3 Athens. Do you want to know what the reviews are?
Oh, I didn't actually look at that.
Yeah, they're mostly positive.
Of course, because the only people that buy it and review it are people that actually like garbage.
Yeah. Just a quick review for those wondering if they should get it while it's on sale. So far, I'm happy with my purchase and recommend it for fans of Match 3 games. This one kinda reminds me of 4 Elements, because you match by clicking, holding down the mouse button, and dragging it through all the gems of the same colour that are by each other. There are occasional hidden object puzzles, where you have to find little pieces of an object that are scattered throughout the scene. Yep, no, I'm done. Sorry, oh my god, I drifted into a coma there.
Oh god, I was just having a look through while you were reading the third review. The only con, he's done like the pros and cons thing.
Yeah.
The con. My only complaint about this game was the $3.99 price. I would have gladly handed over $5 because the designers deserve it.
Fuck you, whoever you are. Sorry, I'm done. I'm done.
What was the other game you wanted to look at?
Westerado Double-Barreled.
Okay, it's got a cool name so far, so it's already got me entertained. Oh, it's an Adult Swim game.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, it is. So yeah, it just seemed kind of interesting. It's also the Wild West, which is, Westerado Double-Barreled is Ostrich Bandito's homage to spaghetti westerns about dirty pastas, consequences, and taking hold of your future. When your family is murdered by a mysterious desperado, you set out into the world to take revenge, take control of your own fate and that of others, all using your trusty shooting iron. If words aren't enough to persuade a character, draw your revolver and see what happens. You can shoot whomever, wherever you like, be an outlaw or a saint, explore the open world, meet a varied cast of characters, and decide how you want your revenge story to unfold. Features: hunt down the desperado that killed your family and explore the stories of the world's inhabitants. Discover all the possibilities and create a unique story each time you play. Ride, shoot, and threaten your way through an expansive Wild West, expanded with all new environments like the forest, desert, and mountains. Soak up the western sun in a world built out of the grittiest pixels this side of Montezuma, and an expanded western soundtrack featuring live recorded banjos, trumpets, saloon pianos, and more. Sorry, for some reason that made me laugh. Guns! Let your gun do the talking by drawing and cocking it during any conversation. Shoot whoever you want, whenever you want, no exceptions. Pick your favorite weapon, whether it's a revolver, shotgun, or even a tomahawk. Multiple save slots to keep your progress across sessions and explore the splitting narrative. That, I think, in that kind of situation, that's a fairly decent point. You know, like, feature. Like, if the story splits and shit, being able to save it.
You can save before making a decision. You're not stuck with it. And, I've made this decision this time now, so I'm stuck with this decision to the end of the game until I decide to start again. Yeah, no.
I think it you know, it's technical upgrades to include full controller support and 720 1080p display resolutions. I mean, this sounds like I have seen this game before. I'm pretty like I think it was like early. I'm just looking at the...
Like, visually, it reminds me of Risk of Rain, which I really liked Risk of Rain. It was one of the few, like, really blocky pixel art games that just looked good.
Yeah. But, like, yeah, I've definitely seen someone play this game. And it seemed quite fun at the time, but I think it wasn't, like, a full game. Either that or it's like not a flash game, you know, but like a really small little game that no one knew about. And it seems like they've improved it.
Ooh, they broke one of the cardinal rules.
What did they do?
They made it local co-op only.
I mean...
Single player, local co-op.
I mean,
why can't I play with my actual friends?
Yeah, it's... Anyone in my house is an enemy.
Exactly.
It does sound like it's a single player, to be honest, so I doubt there's much co-op to it. But again, like, this is something that sounds interesting to me. But developer is Ostrich Banditos. Only done that. Adult Swim games have done lots of things.
Most Adult Swim, they're fucking...
I'm just seeing what they've done on Steam.
Fist Puncher.
I mean, Sound Dodger I've heard of, Volgol Viking, Jazz Punk, but some of these. Super House of Dead Ninjas. That sounds like a, you know, trying to get everyone buying it because it's like, Dead Ninjas, Zombie Ninjas, yeah! But yeah, there you go. Unless there's any you particularly want to talk about, I think we're fairly good.
Let me just have a quick look and see if there's anything that actually makes me really angry today. Well, there's always Bloodbath Kafkaz. I know you remember that one.
Oh God, where? Oh, that thing.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, should we click on it and see and we'll do what I did to you. Okay, guys. So this game is called Bloodbath Kafkaz. I'm going to click on it. You're going to look at it and you're going to go, oh, it's this game.
Oh.
And click. And yeah, sure, enter my birth date as that. Oh, it's...
That's that Bloodbath game, right? That's what... I remember this game. Yeah, it's Bloodbath. Yeah. I remember it. Yeah,
basically, oh, it's Hotline Miami. Yes, it is what you were thinking.
It is. You're right. You've got it.
You're right. You're right.
Right on the head of that now, right there.
And I mean... The silly thing is in this video, the beginning of it starts out in slow motion, and when I first watched it, I was like, holy shit, this is Hotline Miami, except for at a snail's pace. But it's not actually. Yeah, and people in the chat are like, Hotline Miami.
It just...
I mean... Quite often, I'm not sure what's happening, just purely because there's, like, so much random colour and... I think it's their trailer. I think it's their trailer. Like they're putting loads of like they're kind of editing it so that it
Yeah,
looks
lens
cooler.
flares and flashes
And
and
I have to
yeah.
assume that's what they're doing as opposed to it's the game, because if it was in the game, it would be shit. But as a trailer, it's just no. I mean, it just doesn't seem like something. Although I did just see him slide on a corpse while firing a gun, which does intrigue me vaguely. But that
Was it a
end
corpse? I thought
bit,
there was one where he was like riding like a cart or
no,
something.
it was a
But
corpse.
it feels like if John Woo had made Hotline Miami.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah. And I
Which,
actually saw.
fuck, now I want that game.
Oh yeah, so that's. Yeah, I think is this the game where it was like. No. Damn, this isn't it. There was one game that we saw, where it was like, the description was like, RPG simulation, action strategy or something like that, and then the opening tagline was like, "Be the best adventurer ever," and it's just like, you didn't say anything about adventure, which yeah was amusing to me. And top-down action shooter where the player must escape to the front. Oh yeah, it's just, no, okay, no, never mind. Multiplayer, cross-platform multiplayer, co-op. Okay, I think we're done for a little while until new games come over the horizon. Which, knowing Steam, will be in about
or,
2
or
days.
Movies are apparently a thing on Steam.
Yeah,
now.
no, ignore that. We're not even going to touch that. That's not games.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm touching it right now. I'm
No,
looking at all these fucking hipsters.
Yeah, you look at it. You look at it. I'm ignoring. But yeah, I'm sure in like 3 days, this whole upcoming will be completely wiped with new games and everything. But there you
They're
go.
just shitting them out.
Well, they're not shitting them out. They're consuming other people's shit and presenting them to us like they're treats.
Yes.
So there you go.
It's pre-eat chat. It's pre-eaten chat. And then sold to us. And you'll like it.
Because you fucking have to. Well, I hope you enjoyed this vaguely disturbing and very, very rant-filled and bile-filled and hate-filled video.
I don't. I hope you actually hated it. Then you can feel a little bit of what I feel inside every time I look at things.
Well, you see, the thing is, if people hate it, they'll stop watching it, and you'll stop having to do this and getting pissed off. And I'll just be like,
it's also
don't.
See, it's win-win for me.
It's like I'm like, don't worry about it, Doc. We don't have to do it anymore. And you're like, yes, my fucking plan worked. And also, I made some people miserable too.
Which was also part of the plan.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry, Doc. I almost did that wrong. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't worry about Doc. He's just that. Yeah. he's just that annoyed that I've made him do this again. And I'll see you in the next video.